Russia threatens the United States, U.S., with a military response in response if Washington is reckless to deploy advanced weapons in Europe. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said this would allow Moscow to destroy unacceptable threats to the country's security. Lavrov's remarks came after meetings between Russian President Vladimir Putin and U.S. President Joe Biden failed to de-escalate the crisis. Russia insisted that U.S. and NATO military officials take part in the negotiations. He also said it would not allow the talks to be dragged down by Western countries. If there is no constructive response within a reasonable time in the West, continues the line, to ensure strategic balance, he said. Russia is ready to negotiate with the United States, U.S., and NATO regarding rising tensions with Ukraine. Russia has submitted a draft document outlining security arrangements. There is no clarity on Russia's intentions, but there was an unusual concentration of troops for the second time this year, towards near the border. Although not yet sure about the threat of invasion, the foreign ministers of NATO countries will still discuss contingency plans if a Russian attack occurs. White House sources even said President Joe Biden's administration was also preparing for a possible invasion by considering supplying Ukraine with new weapons ranging from combat vehicles to Javelin interceptor missiles. Ryabkov insisted that if NATO proceeded toward the deployment of new capabilities and weapons, which are being developed very rapidly in the U.S., the Russian military could answer in a definite way. And it will inevitably undermine the security of the U.S. and its European allies. Relations between the U.S. and Russia are heating up again, especially after Russia deployed tens of thousands of troops to the border near Ukraine, which is a U.S. ally. Earlier this month, Biden urged Putin to immediately de-escalate tensions sparked by Russia's increased military activity on the Ukrainian border. He also proposed a summit to resolve a series of disputes. Russia said at the time that the summit would depend on the U.S. stance. Russia was so infuriated by Biden's remarks that it recalled its ambassador in Washington. It also made relations between the two countries more tenuous.